This man, madness. It's going to
Okay,
be
NRG on defense, MIBR on attack.
He looks so promising with
And NRG, in theory, this comp can't defend this. Like, they can't really go close here. No matter what, there's always going to be some kind of pressure over towards A's that Palmer going to have to keep too.
Already, Aspas has got deep in towards Link, and FNS is not ready for it.
Yeah, the trade's kind of worth though, because he had raid boss, he had regen armor.
He does not feel comfortable taking that fight just yet. Wants to regroup with the rest of the team. Rock does have a recon to throw.
Plan is good. They got the camera on here. They can't full play down long because they're still against an Omen.
As well, though, currently he's just in position for the flank.
Ethan doesn't have a TP to get over this.
Trapwire in Ethan's way. There's no way around this. Listen, those old knees, Ethan, won't get you there. Has to clear it.
What an important duel this one is.
Jeez, this is the last player I want to be running into with a pistol round. I'm not going to lie, but
nice shot.
Sharp with it. Mata's in low as well. Mata's able to emerge here from Garage and finds his third of the round. Verno tucked. Old Nemesis is approaching him. He can sense it.
Oh, imagine it.
Here against somebody does. Ethan will bring him to kill.
Imagine it. First round, 3 bullets left. It would have been crazy. Nice shots from NRG, especially Ethan on the flank.
That kind of stuff from Ethan as this series progresses, but specifically when he's playing the Yoru right now on Haven. NRG picking into this map, I thought they were going to surely just go back to Mata on the Neon. Last time they played Haven, when he was on that role, he dropped a cool 30 bomb against Crew.
Nice
where they opted into the double duelist.
Duelists are on point. Let's go.
He's been on point so far, but previously, the other games on Yoru in this stage 1, he's ranking quite low in the hierarchy of Yoru's.
Want to see a little bit of pressure, or okay, I would honestly be fine with this, I guess. Cypher pressure every single time. They should know that there's 2 here every single. Every single time. Recon goes in. I think they can let him get away with freebies, but obviously it's just an eco. Got a Sheriff on Aspas, that's pretty much it.
Have the impact on the kill feed. It's Mata here for first contact in a decent spot for it. A little bit wayward, maladroit shots, but Som is there to back him up. The high-low swing, it's more than MIBR were prepared to deal with. And FNS was tucked there anyway.
MIBR won that go for this quick pivot through Garage, but NRG are more than prepared if their intentions of going into this C site are acted upon. The defenders are already set up with the crossfires.
Honestly, with a huge kill, it's a fault line that doesn't connect with Mata, though he's able to take the fight out in the open. Backs up here because Brock and Som are the second wave. Down to young Verno. Som cleans him up very nicely. Now to control.
Armory buy.
It's a great start on a map we've not seen from them here in stage 1 at all.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Okay, they were able, I think, to recover all the intended weapons. There was a lot of shuffling there from NRG for a second, and I thought they were accidentally just going to keep the Stinger, but they got all of the best weapons out of what was a very clean round. They understood that MIBR were eventually going to execute into that C split. They shut it down. They've already had 3 players rotated back site, so as clean of a start as you could really ask for the NRG team, who are in desperate need of a win.
It's a very nice bonus. So we can see everyone could get one shot from an Outlaw, don't want to do it. And I like this from NRG. They know their weakness is A, and not being able to A default, so they decide to burst big buy round, go full passing over towards A, and make them feel like they can hold A. Makes a lot of sense.
Does he have intentions of sticking around? He does, because that dark cover was placed in addition to...
And MIBR fast buy round trying to exploit the weakness, so it's nice from NRG. Good plan.
C-long control by Finesse as well. This has got MIBR in a tough position as we enter the mid-round.
Another great start for Som, coming to this game with the highest ACS of any controller player in Americas. The shining light for this NRG star for so many of these games. Remember, they're not out of the contention for playoffs either. It's just a much rockier climb for them.
Cypher off, yeah. It's a weird one for Kodzia. He calls his team back, it looks like.
He's got the cam watching in towards the site, just peeking back and forth, making sure
he calls his team back on this one. Do they consider that he's pushed down here?
Time for the lead here to step
At least
Aspas
did.
That's all he needed. I know, he only needed one. I got scared, but he got it.
We're not reliving that fracture moment there at Tree, that's fine. Okay, MIBR get the spike down here, NRG. Again, distributed north and south here, 2-2. Shannom's able to catch Som
nice
out. That's
kill,
a
gets
huge
out of there as well. Has Trip to play off of.
Harder now for NRG to break their way in. Got a bit of this util. Brock still carrying most of those abilities.
It does have that recon going to go through with the flash.
Big flash. Cortese had no chance for a spot on now. MIBR
Oh, they're
forced
tucked into this one. And this is super late from Mada.
I think he was heard. Mada gets an easy one.
Really nice from NRG on this. Everything was very well played.
Nicely done from NRG. Methodical. Could have been interrupted there as FNS only went 1 for 1. But a nice completion. 3 Vandals maintained.
That was nicely done from Mada, just adding a few additional seconds of wait time to that reflank into C-Long.
NRG are back. This is a nice round.
Really
Game plan made sense. We're going aggro over towards A. Might see it on the next buy round as well with the 4.
That
We'll
initial
see.
kill, that peak that we had just seen, but not enough. Bonus round converted for NRG, up 3-0.
FNS showing a lot of confidence as well when the A defaulted. He pushes down long. C.
Exactly the kind of start that you're looking for. And some really fun old rivalries in this game as well. As Brock and Verno were the standout initiator players in challenges coming into this year. And often rivals in that sort of MXS Oxygen matchup we got to see play out a fair bit. These guys know each other quite well.
They've gone back and forth plenty of times over the past couple of
Lovely
years.
little bait, double B setup. Looks like they got good reads at the moment as well.
Contact and going to dash away, and when the rest of MIBR go in, they will never expect Som to be top left.
And that's Link smoked out behind NRG, and it looks like Brock has walked in past it. Although Garage a little lightly held here. No chance for FNS to play off this trapwire whatsoever, so that's going to be clear.
Okay, FNS is getting tested again.
We do have a light on the spy cam, and FNS
Leave
wants to
sight,
reassume this
full
position.
retake, fast clear at garage.
MIBR might be long gone.
So they've gotten the
What guns have they got? Hero gun for Aspas?
Moment, oh my god, awkward fight being taken, but
Not the normal,
does convert
not the normal
first. They
taps
should
that
make
we
the spy
see.
before retake quite easy. Ethan is going to be on the flank as well. There's no trip to cover it. Cortesia is down.
And there's a boatload of util to play
Kind
with
of looking a
here.
little bit like the pistol round with Ethan
Flashes
coming
galore.
from behind as well.
Some really can cover this site with this control.
Yeah, they're going to
util
clear
as well.
garage together, and
They
they
are taking
still
their time, waiting for
have.
Ethan, expecting a potential
Wait, I thought
repush.
Brock had
Didn't
recon.
actually
Oh,
come,
no,
but they've got
okay.
enough time now to go for the full retake. But
FNS is spamming through smoke.
Love that from FNS. He has a crack from backside.
FNS is just spamming everyone through smoke.
Picking them apart here. Even through that dark cover. Takes a step out, eventually will fall.
Fair
But
play.
honestly, pretty clean behind the ears of NRG
Spam on
been
spam
so
for
far.
FNS double
That's
kill.
MIBR down to a half buy. For 4 rounds in the pocket.
Big buy
on
round.
defense
Ethan has
here on
his ult.
Haven.
Verno has
It's
his
a
ult.
dream start.
that was patient, calculated, lovely stuff from NRG here early on. Their economy beginning to build even further. I mean, at this point, they can't even build much more. They're damn near on cap. And so now, at any point in the game,
Yeah,
too,
I thought the first one was
MIBR
spam. I actually saw him above.
What? I see him CT spawn looking.
I don't think he's had any libations just yet. Probably saving that for after the win.
I don't think that's his style at all.
He doesn't really seem like a... He doesn't seem like the player that I'd find at the club, honestly.
Yeah, I know. And that happens off camera, so we don't see those kills come in from FNS, but he's able to peek into backside and find 2. So it might just be that Aspas is a little bit slow on the uptake there. He's probably holding a Sheriff in a round like that. Maybe a Guardian. FNS being able to peer in and get a bit of an ego boost there, able to find those 2 kills. It's a 4-0 game so far. And honestly, NRG have been pretty slow, right? They have their double stack on their high ground inside the B site, able to fold off and play a full retake on C with really limited issues. They didn't feel
LevEG.
the need to get overzealous about
LevEG
controlling
and
the
NRG
garage
finally
space.
locked
They
in
won't
this
take any
week.
fights
Yeah,
against
maybe.
this, you know,
Very
nearby
early still.
with pistols and
I
stingers
would relax
mixed
a
in.
little bit, but
Honestly,
it's a
just
good
pretty
start.
textbook.
At some point here, MIBR are going to have to be concerned that NRG could bring an AWP into the mix at any given point. They have more than enough money to do it. Actually, right now, they're bringing in Odin in the hands of Brock. This is one of the maps where you can fall victim to some obnoxious spam angles when you're on attack. You're trying to get into sewer.
Okay, big ult off for this round as well.
Garage. But NRG, yeah, regardless, yeah, NRG, they've done a fantastic job controlling the map with this Yoru. Ethan has been pushing up for free on A multiple times. He's going to do it again at the opening of this round. And it's allowing NRG to stack up towards C. Basically 4 players in the vicinity if this hit comes in.
A good bait,
No
though.
chance to clear the stealth drone there.
A really good bait. Dude, NRG have insanely good reads at the moment. We had fast buy rounds. They did the 4A. They then stacked 3 passing over towards B with a bait setup for the round after. And then they stacked 3 on C. It's actually 3 for 3 that they've had the right reads.
Cortesia?
by the way, Ethan just got his second gate crash, thrown all the way back into A site now, and the rest of NRG, they are just still
They baited
stacked
too
up
hard though. They did
exactly
kind
where
of similar over
MIBR
towards B, where they're
are
like,
at. They have no reason to
they
adjust
held
their
it too
position.
strong, so they ended up
Feels like they've
pivoting.
had advanced notice on all of this so far this game. Passive megaly for FNS, but a Cloudburst is going to allow MIBR to cross to the side. Ethan, though, he sees it all. Flash for disruption here. Maybe emerge at the back of the side from that dimensional drift now. He appears at Aspas.
Big flash.
Just ceases to exist. Clone out here.
Damn, Ethan's playing great.
Clone and flashed as a result. What are we watching here? NRG came to play, folks. Inferno
Fighting back.
has to against his old team, but it's going to be a tough climb from here. On the side they are. Artisan's able to find Brock. It is the Bladestorm that claims the breach, and now it's up to Verno. 1 versus 2. Dealing
Oh,
with
he
the
didn't
Jet,
think
he's
he'd be
got himself
close.
one and some util, perhaps. Som knows he's got to leave the spike.
Does get it to half at the very least.
And there's still time. Som can get this done. He goes for a full stick.
Damn,
Verno
bro.
knows it.
It's an insane
4
round from
kills.
Verno.
Gets the old team. And he can't tell me that didn't feel good.
No
Yeah.
better way for MIBR to
Couldn't get the
on
pistol,
board
but this one
than
was
Verno to clutch
this one was
that
lovely
out
from
after
him.
Ethan did all
His
of
ult
his
was
good
really
work,
nice as well. Just gave himself the
collecting all of that
smallest gap.
information after controlling
Not if thought he was
A
like
long
far
for
back
first
beyond
half
it.
of that round, allowing NRG to be stacked up at the right sites. Comes in, collects 2, and it's not
It's really, really smart ult.
enough. What a clutch to get MIBR rolling.
Such a subdued celebration there for Verno. He's got to know that there's
I mean,
heck of a lot more
yeah,
of
he's
those
got to know
moments
that they got a
required.
lot to do still.
Already a bit of a deficit to make up on this attack side for MIBR. Okay, we're running headlong into each other now. Apparently.
Dude, the jet off was crazy there. They both had the same idea. Some has no idea. Oh my goodness.
And the NFNS double up for 2. Verno always seems to be there, the Wyatt always
Shot.
seems to be present.
Oh, he looks incredible right now.
Jeez, Brock has had to push quickly onto the side. He doesn't want to get caught outside of it, but that cyber cage is going to come down, and he'll have to deliver. Creeping up, 2 players. Good,
Ooh.
and it's caught Tezea getting into the game.
Damn, back-to-back
Once
insane rounds
again,
from Verno.
Is this man leading the way for his new team?
He knew he was about to get lit up by that neural theft and just stood ready to take that duel as soon as the dark cover dropped. Serious confidence exuding
Oof, that first kill's nuts as well.
from Verno at the moment. Stepping up back to back.
Dude, look at the
rounds.
rest of the
4K
scores.
into 3K.
Did I see a 2 is the highest
They still
fragger
haven't
near
been
him?
able to put a lid on this
Oh my
NRG
God,
army. It got so
he's
out of control
11.
from winning the bonus
2,
round that they
2,
could just
1,
keep
1.
buying and buying and buying. It's still such an uphill climb for MIBR. But they've gotten up those first steps.
Cortezea with his first kill off the map. Up until this point, actually beating out Aspas in terms of ACS on this team. Had a quieter game in comparison so far. Here's a rolling thunder.
Breach.
hitting on
Oh,
towards his
doesn't clear
ace
the
side
corner.
now. Still thinking of
Ash
unseen
over
things
it.
a little bit
Aspas didn't clear the
before,
corner,
the backup's
but
there. Artisan and Verno
yeah,
once
backup
again
is that.
are in position.
They
And
deal
Assault
with one
could
kill
only
trip, but there's the second.
guess
Oh, they
as
broke
to
that
where
fast.
MIBR is set up, and he does not find purchase.
Oh, had a chance for the trip going off, but the player wasn't illuminated just yet. 3 on 4 NRG with
The Cypher enough diff, yeah, actually was.
he could try to updraft over
It's
this.
rare that you see it pay,
Doing
like
so.
actually
I think that's
make
done.
a difference.
Toward the save.
Damn, they just go for the
these
save
last
as
couple of
well.
rounds
Money
have been
gets
pretty-
even better.
Just draining on that economy that NRG
Really nice
built
for the
up.
money early
Going
on.
4-0 initially in this game. Now it looks like they'd rather let things go. On the horizon as well, yeah, another
The
ultimate
Cypher
for
enough,
Verno. Feels
just
like
from
it's only a
ages
couple
ago,
rounds, so we last saw
where it
that.
takes
Since
like
then he got
0.5
7 or 8
feet
kills.
to light
Not
up,
an
I guess.
exaggeration either. He popped off.
They're going to have an opportunity now, MIBR, to really get the snowball going. If they can get an orb into his hands on this next round, Mata just wants to deal some damage. He does have a fair amount of money still. I mean, I think honestly NRG had enough cash that they could have tried to prod at that a little bit, but they're going to play it quite safe in this instance.
Good tuck here for Ethan.
Yeah, just couldn't get out in time. That was a fast trade from Artisan to IGL for MIBR.
Did he have a gate crash set up there?
Yeah, he did. He
Okay.
was trying to get out. Yeah, it just didn't.
Yeah,
Could have been teleport off in time. He was mid-air hitting the button, but just wasn't out in time.
This goes here.
I mean, everyone's got good money.
Such a round. Still, Rolling Thunder gets MIBR what they were looking for. And like I said, they're about to cycle into another Initiator Ultimate because Verno is 12-4.
Yeah, I like this from MIBR though.
They
They create good pressure, they know. Again, it's going to keep 2 people here, as we can see 3 people. And then fast hit over towards B.
barrage, so it's
Oops.
B. And, wow, I mean, Aspas, he tried to go in fast. He wanted to get the dash up.
Camera is so high, and it's just spotting them all right now.
Able to do so.
They still haven't seen the camera. FNS is just watching them all.
Inside his own smoke now, chooses to emerge, but they were waiting for him. Marta, though, sharp as attack. Was able to deal with both Artazine and Aspas. We still have the issue, though, of the defuse that has to occur. 3 up here for MIBR. And Verno is ranging far and wide. He's found Ethan. And now can shore things up, keeping an eye on B from Min. Shenum's anchored here. And he's had a slow start too, but that was so crucial.
Now it's all on Mata. Time has dwindled significantly.
Yeah,
He
has
has
to
steps. He's making sound. He knows that he has
save.
no chance but to save the weapon. Shenum is
Another one as well.
stabilized.
They might be able to
MIBR
take this. Looks like they're going for the hunt. They had him early.
1 versus 2. Finding both kills in lovely fashion. MIBR had gotten right back into
small
the game,
little
putting
detail.
NRG in an uncomfortable position. Mata trying to dodge the salvos. Okay.
Did they take him down?
He will barely survive.
Okay.
And just like that, the game is even. 4 rounds in a row
What I was
from
going to say is
MIBR.
nice from Verno as well. Like we've seen the double flank from Ethan,
Right?
and so he's on top of that as well here.
To confer, get your boy Mike's in their ears. These last couple of rounds we've seen MIBR maintain that same meticulousness early in these rounds. His openers have been pretty superb.
At that time, they just sent that early util A and slammed B. They just had a great post-plant setup, and you really have to give credit to Shannon backside, who has been silent up until that moment, but that 2-piece was lovely. The second kill onto Finesse, just skating around. Backside gong, just little sidestep to the right, swings back in for that
couple in a row.
second duel. That was well played.
I'm out for NRG.
As we get out of the timeout here, I'm still looking to see if at some point NRG are going to try to bring in the op. It hasn't happened yet. And that is something that I feel they could get a lot of value with this comp. It's sort of akin to what we've been seeing Cloud9 do with the op on Pearl when they've been running that Jet Yoru, how you can control the map so easily with one of your duelists having that weapon stacking up elsewhere. And to be fair, they've been getting away with it a bit because Ethan has been able to get free space in A long on the majority of these rounds, but you can really further extend that when you have the operator, and they've had good enough cash.
Well, they got the killer combo.
Though,
So they can definitely leave a site and retake it if they want to. Looks like they might. We're going to opt for both sites to retake.
On those. Ethan has the dimensional
Brock's in the
drift.
position to
Brock
insta
has
use his ult.
Fury. I'm expecting to see Yoru running around, pinging players on the ground, and then
Yeah.
the lasers
So
being
if
shot
this
to
was
mud.
no
So,
vision block,
the classic
and he
one,
spotted a couple, he was
And
just
last time we saw
gonna
Ethan with the dimensional
straight up
drift,
ult.
he was on the B side, went gong, popped out, got a kill instantly. So he's more than happy to get active. This time, of course, he'll be tucked close A, take first contact, look to try and gate crash out, gets the kill!
Very
That
nice.
is exactly perfect. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, the
from
two
you,
Joel's
Yoru,
from
those
NRG
early
are playing good,
defensive
though.
Exchanges. He also had regen shield, so that's back to 25, and Mata does the same. The duelists are getting busy.
They've both just been taking advantage of the fact that they have the get out of jail free cards, playing in off angles, taking those early duels, willing to engage with the enemies and knowing that they can escape. It's just exactly what they want to do with
Yeah,
this
and like we
comp.
said, they got the
They're
ult for
doing
this
on a
one.
day where Ethan is starting off hot in the
Considering
server. That is
the
crucially
money, I
important.
think you got to start using some of these
Here's that Hunter's
ults.
Fury now. Brock just want to make it impossible for
Very
MIBR to have a
nice.
plan. Look at this! MIBR have taken 3 kills and just playing away from any opportunity to trade. Not one of those kills is tradable.
Out of the timeout, Mike really gave them the win your 1v1 strat.
30
Great
seconds
call,
left.
great call by the coach. It worked.
I mean, in
both
fairness,
of them winning their duels, Ethan and Mata, now just closing the vice grip on MIBR, who really have no hope of getting this spike down.
On cooldown.
they've been just picked apart this round, and they've barely seen where their assailants are.
Yeah. NRG, they'll allow them to get the spike down and then simply kill everyone after. Well, okay, hold on. I was heavy sweating for a
Yeah,
second.
he almost
no,
got a
that's
third on
okay.
that as
We'll
well.
give you
Actually
nice
got a little bit close.
consolation gift, and then we will clean it up
Very
with these.
patient
And
for
we've seen this
NRG.
composition pop up not only on
Insanely
this map,
patient.
but also on Pearl, right? Cloud9 are also running that Jet Yoru style. Again, on defense, you take your pick,
So
safely
like the
get
Jet
off
Yoru,
angle,
the
ideally
ISO
take a
Yoru,
kill
I
with you.
much
Really
prefer
safe
the
way for
ISO
NRG to
Yoru.
play pretty far
The
forward at the
Jet
start of these rounds without being
Jet
punished for
Yoru
it.
isn't really good, to be honest.
It's all about the timing of that gate crash, though. Maybe you feel like MIBR could start trying to play around the timing of that expiring. It's only, what, 30 seconds?
Oh my god, bro. I'm nice right now.
15 and 3?
Yep, 15 and 3.
I mean, the Haven just seems to be his map, if we're being honest. That being said, he's had a lot of maps where Mata's looked pretty insane this year. If you're going to give him his just due, Ethan is more than
Same pose again.
to just play forward.
But now it's conditioned. You have to use a piece of util on that spot every other attack round.
NRG have already rotated right there.
Was this tail send?
Yeah, you don't want to play retake on this side.
Contact burst.
Tuned in.
Armor flash only hits one.
It's dangerous to anchor
Armor
against the
flash
armor
back.
carrier wide. It could be
Ended up
risky.
hitting Mada. Oh
The
no.
hell, Mada's going to have to move here, and he just inches back away from it. So Armageddon doesn't really get any value. Paverno knows a little special delivery in this corner could definitely have stunning impact. And NRG pulling away.
Save.
That triple player stack
Oh,
looked like it really just got
save already.
dismantled by one great flash from Artson and then the dash through the cloudburst from Ospot's backside. And the standard stuff to get into the A
Yeah,
site.
I mean they messed up a little bit.
NRG
It's like they committed and then
lined it
some
up,
did the
forced out away
flash.
maybe by the fault line.
So
Love to see on
Mada
the
ended up
mean,
getting
replay, but
flashed
it
as
was
well.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Because only this person got hit by the flash.
On the A side as a
And then
defender.
Mada
If
ended
you
up getting
can't get
team
ahead of the
flashed. So
plant,
they ended up
you
getting
get
both of
forced out
them
the
and flashed
side
too.
by Armageddon in this case, and also being down by 2 players. It's a 3-gun save, more often than not. Nicely hit there for MIBR, and again, we're looking for that little bit of pace from them at the start of the round to get an edge.
Yeah, I think they're finding a lot of success. Just straight up
Retaking some possible hit. The 3v5, I mean, yeah. The safe goes fine. Just trying to hold sight. And this is just a big win for MIBR because they just made A pressure feel like incredibly strong. So now all they need to do is like fake a small bit of A pressure, like either a smoke or a recon. Maybe even don't need to do anything because maybe just break the recon.
A team like NRG who've turned up today.
They feel weak over towards the sites. They probably have to hold more people here, which means they should be weaker elsewhere.
I must wait a moment.
Was kick off for those keeping track.
Insta drone. Smoke goes in as well. Trying to make it look like a heavy hit, but then they walk double into garage. 3 pulse and back to site. Armor flash doesn't hit anyone.
It's all about backing the duelist here. Ethan's dimensional drift is going to
What
allow him to
happens
wrap
here?
very
Artson
far
has
behind
no
the setup for
flashes.
MIBR. They've got to be aware of it. Aspas now looks for a timing, makes a swing on FNS counts. There's an out drone coming in over the top right now, and Ethan also is starting to pressure from C long. MIBR have to batten hatches, and Kodose has gone down. It's a blade storm now being drawn forth from Aspas, but it's only
they just
one
have
for
no
him.
space.
And it's down to Genom. 33 health and a dream. He's got to be ready for a swing on his left, and it comes on in.
Where were the breach flashes? I don't know where he did them early on, but
if they make noise somewhere,
you gotta.
that site, and they are flooding in.
They had nothing to get back
away
a site here.
together. Juxtaposed to the last round, they all got backside, but this time they actually won out the duels, and it helps too when you have Ethan.
What was
just
the plan there? I mean, they're meant to take back a
sprinting
site, but
MIBR in the dimensional drift, getting that flank off way earlier than he typically would be able to.
There were players from MIBR at garage door watching that flank angle, but of course he defeats it entirely by being invisible.
This has been a very straight up, honest half of Valorant.
Okay,
Just
you know what?
hit the sites and run in and defend them.
After that last series, I could use a cleanse. Absolutely banged out by Genom there.
Rare that that's been the case. He's usually been the one finding those first bloods up until that point.
And that plan of get a safe defense side kill and fall back now is starting to crumble here for NRG.
It looks like they want to try and re-clear mid, get some information. Brock gets a one way to play off of it. Short and Cortezia takes his time getting down
the
low.
kill
Gets
trips
the
might
no
work.
All that information into the tripwire. This is dangerous right now.
The anti-jet trips
Oh,
are up
my.
for Madazine.
We're really trusting that armor flash.
Couldn't do anything about it. Mada's low, but FNS is
Speaking of
here.
armor
He's hit by the
flashes, they
Paranoia
hit
as
too.
well. Asbuster saw everything behind the boxes, but doubles back. Mada on the corner, sees his elbow, and Burner's able to clean him up there with the salvos.
I think, honestly, NRG did pretty good to get 6. Because I feel like this comp should probably get like 4 on defense here. And now they have a pretty good comp that can spam C hits a lot.
I mean, look at this. It is just two of the best.
Definitely
that we
MIBR are going to have to
had
shut down C.
in America's challengers that have been called up. 2 rookies this year that are topping the board for either side. You have Mata sitting at a cool 16-4.
Obviously, a
15
good
and
actual
6.
comeback from MIBR,
They were
but
rivals and challengers. Briefly
overall, if
teammates
you
at
had
the
offered
beginning of
NRG
this
6
year,
at the beginning of
back
this,
to
they
being
would have taken
rivals.
it.
All right, getting what we asked for from this map, one we haven't seen from NRG for quite some time, but they are giving as good as they get, folks. Stick around. More to come from Haven, our first map of this last series of the week, after the break.
It's for you. Do you like it?
They
Come on,
just not worse than
Charlie, use
MIBRs?
your
Oh,
new
for
door.
sure.
Come on, let's go.
They should struggle a little bit on attack here, but
Let's go.
they could
Silly
also
dog.
just have
I'm gonna trade you for a cat.
really good fight XX.
Red Bull gives you
We'll see.
wings.
The new Red Bull Zero is here. 100% wings with monk fruit extract.
Shenham a rookie too? Yeah. This NRG's pick, it is, yeah. I think NRG are just going for comfort picks? Yes, I think that's the thing also. They've been struggling with the meta ever since kickoff. Why do you think no one's really leaned into Deadlock? There's a couple of teams that are playing it on some maps. Normally has pretty, I mean, it does have pretty high win rate at the moment. It's map dependent though, I feel like. Well, is it? Was EG playing good or crew playing bad? There's a solid mix of both. I don't think I've seen a game like this where it felt like there was a huge aim diff on the server. Like normally it's like strat stuff
and like
all of that other stuff, but honestly, I think that no matter what EG kind of ran there, they would have just won.
Showing maybe there's a bit of
Just purely
acrimony
'cause of
here in
Angel.
this reunion with some of his former compatriots, but he's been cool, calm, and collected, and he stood up where, honestly, the normal
Ivy,
stalwarts
sure.
for this
We'll do that.
MIBR team have been a little quiet.
The entire team was down and out. They had lost the anti-bonus. They were down 0-4. Verno brought them back into it with that 1 versus 4
Okay, let's talk about
clutch.
pistols. We got 1-0. Aspas. Raid boss with the
Aggressive
regen
look down
armor.
mid. Aspas claims that second to get his team the man
Yeah,
advantage.
and it
He
actually
did
comes
not wanna
into
leave.
play on
His
this one.
teammates were like, yo, get out. Nice work, though. 2 NRG players handled. Verno's probably seen more than enough there as players cross it into A lobby and then back out with the insertion of Marta, just in case it was
So Verno calls that they were over towards A.
Back to C.
Heavy
Point
rotate.
for MIBR.
You have info
Take that
here.
nice and nice and slow.
They leave
Play
C for a
that 4
retake.
versus 3 retake. They're just grouped up, stacked towards A with Cortezia on the passive. Look B.
All right. Can we see this potential Rookie of the Year candidate thwart this NRG pivot to the B side of the map? He scared him off. They headed him garage instead.
When you have that Tejo breach, you have a lot more util for a retake like this on a pistol round than you normally would with other comps. They have great tools here to use. The fault line just came back up for Artzin. You have the salvos for Verno.
Double garage.
Looking good for MIBR right now.
Antonis is ahead of it here. Quick course correction for Aspas keeps him safe, and then
Wait,
Som
what?
dives deep.
One's
MIBR
running out, the other's
overall
running
NRG,
in.
It's down to Mata.
You guys okay?
44 points of health. And yeah, he hears a pitter patter of little feet getting out of that C site, and he realizes he is severely outnumbered. Aspas waits for him, takes his second.
Yeah, I don't know what the call
And
was
gets
here.
MIBR, the crucial pistol.
So it
Mata
kind of
wanted to
looks
take
like
timing
they
there,
wanted
but
to go for
ends
a
up looking
bait,
little bit foolish when he's
and
the
then
last
when-
one, slowly working his way back into that
then
one
when Marta
versus
got hit,
four.
he then decided to go
Started
all the
off
way
with
for the
MIBR
luck instead of
running an
swinging off of
aggressive
this.
pistol round strat
And
on
then
defense. And I do want to take a
Som's
mental note of the fact
running
that on
in.
attack too, they ran a pretty cheeky
Like,
strat where
if
they
Som
had
wanted
that
to
round
duel,
all the way
it would have
through
made
B,
sense for
split
Mad
C
to
for
stick
3 angles.
around.
So they are clearly coming into this game
But
with
I don't
some
know if that's what he
cooked up
originally called and then he
set
changed
pistol
his
strats
plan.
to try and throw NRG
It just
off.
felt so odd watching that.
NRG pushed and pulled them a lot around the map and ended up at C.
Yeah,
Whilst all of
for sure on
MIBR
different
still grouped
pages.
in B-League.
We get 1-1, and
Early
I'm worried
self-defense
for
from
NRG
Comp,
because
MIBR
again their
towards
comp kind of struggles on attack. Very hard for them to like
That's
actually
having a
force
fun time
into
shooting at as the rest of the team
map control.
try and work their way through garage. Standard trip going to need to be broken. Aspas on the time with the outlaw, but
Damage done. Som very
Yeah,
low. Ethan also
little bit of
chunked.
damage.
like saved by the clone. Honestly, took the run
Dangerous.
for the damage.
Aspas has to just huddle here. Cloud bursts off that recon, and Ethan, apropos
Oh, man, he's
nothing
handled
as far
this
as I
well.
can tell. Headshot by Aspas as he tries to step up onto C. This really is going to force NRG to put the
His
brakes
calm
on.
is
as they have
very,
a
very
share of
calm.
Classics now. Som ever the patient one. zen-like trance as he sits here in window, waiting for someone to give him an opportunity. It's unlikely to come.
Mata is the one player on NRG with an upgrade. It actually did bring him down to sub 1K credits, which could end up mattering against this Outlaw if it's carried over into this next round, and it should be.
I mean, FNS can only shoulder peek so many times. He has to
30 seconds
try and generate something there for NRG. Not sure what it was supposed to be, having a classic against a Outlaw. But A for effort. Here's Verno. And he'll be chilling. May not expect the second player to be so quick on the heels of Mata. We'll know about it now as the salvo here will deny a plant. Som has scanned seconds to get down, and Verno comes out of nowhere. Great reactions from Som, but his position
so funny.
very obvious.
It was a nice shot.
Adds the stats a little.
And now bear in mind,
they got a gun out of them. They got a gun out of them, and they know there's an Outlaw in play.
Just one map win will guarantee them a spot in the playoffs, but obviously past that, winning every match is important for getting the champions points. That plays out later in the year. As the 4 best teams in the region try to qualify for that tournament. So every match has a lot of weight to it regardless, but this map specifically for MIBR.
Stage 1 has a lot of weight when we start to look towards the end of the year. It's not just about Toronto. This is a very competitive league. This group, to be fair.
So I do think when I look at the NRG team comp, I'm spamming C 50% of the time.
Resulted in Som only having a Guardian at the moment. Cortezia going to feel the pressure flashed up. Recon comes in.
Good to see it early as well.
Has to retreat, play for this full retake right now.
Now, MIBR are not going to have the option to wrap there via C-Long for quite some time, if at all. They're just not in position for it.
Now they're going to be waiting for Osbos as well to rotate all the way over. He was playing pretty deep in.
I'm a little bit surprised that MIBR didn't go for a heavy C shutdown, but
this
probably see it at one point
in
terms of like a big C stack.
Get back in backside, but
I'm pretty worried that everyone from NRG decides to play off site against the smoke.
He takes a little bit of damage. There's nothing to write home about now, but here come MIBR.
Oh boy,
Flood into the back of the side. It's only a ghost fighting purchases.
Smoke goes in, create a lot of pressure, everyone dueling, the recon's nice though.
Has to make use of the recon there. What a bonus for MIBR!
Yeah, you can't put down long against the smoke, it just creates too much pressure, everyone duels.
Gets to finish the job.
They just all
nicely done from MIBR,
together. Every single player on NRG was trying to spam, and how could you blame them? They had the better weapons, they had the recon coming through into that dark cover. Credit to MIBR for expending all their util to get Som out of the dark cover, while the rest of this team just
it's so hard when you're like spamming and then like look how hard that is, and they just have to aim single level.
Just swinging together, all 3 of them.
Let's go! Sick flood.
Cortezia hyped up for good reason. Like you said, came into this game as the highest average ACS player on MIBR. Crazy to think about. A rookie debut year, and you've got the GOAT Osbos on your team. He's just been that good.
That worries me so much.
He hasn't had a lot of time to, at least in this game, find his
like
moments,
the golden
steps
rule.
up when necessary.
Mata gets a fight taken out of him there, and Shenham holds the line. He drops down. Slightly expected angle. This time it's a completion on the kill. And that's rough for NRG. I mean, MIBR showing they can take these frags and fall off the lines just as easily. It's only Stingers here for NRG, and they've got a contact into so much of the map.
Vanessa's trying his best to get some space towards Sewer, does put the cam there, so passive info gain will be aware if anyone from MIBR are pushing.
Verno, I mean, he's playing great.
Out of A.
He really wants to win this.
Push through Garage. Yeah, there were a lot of pings all the way up into the spawn. Fault line coming through now.
They're not going anywhere.
NRG, they are just stuck in this choke. Osbos still with that outlaw towards
look at how much util they have to use to force into Garage though. Whereas like a like a Yoru comp, sorry, a Yoru ISO comp just pops open the shield and swings. Like it's so hard for this comp to do anything.
Again, maintains that composure to deliver. MIBR so far a flawless second half.
Oh, they were in complete control of that round. A lot of credit to Art Zin, the utility from his breach there, just stifling NRG at every turn. Knew exactly what
I think that's the first time we've seen it.
Line loose as they were trying to get through the garage door. NRG used that first little wave of util, try and flash through, and they're stuck. And then we try to go out top garage, chase him down, and Aftershock, they're stuck. And then immediately after that, MIBR just re-swing into them, farm them with the superior weapons. That was really well played. from the MIBR breach, IGL, flex, everything. I mean, this man just does it all for the team.
I really think at this point, this is where, like, if you're hoping for something for NRG, it's the mid-round calling of FNS, especially from positions when you're down a player, because frankly, you have to contact into some
What do you
parts
call
of this
here?
map. You cannot
You have to
drone
C-spam.
yourself onto every line.
Your comp can't do anything
NRG
else.
really struggle in those situations where they get picked apart, and we've kind of talked about it before, right? In the past, when FNS has actually managed to get his hands on tape of his opponents, NRG have looked very, very good at adapting and crafting a strategy to punish them. That was the case in 2024. In 2025, though, that same alacrity that doesn't really seem to be there, or at least it's not evident.
Now that does feel like where, again, yeah, that is where their advantage would lie in the past. Coming into this game, you're going into Haven. We just got to see MIBR play 24 full rounds against Cloud9 on this map. This should be prime opportunity to put together a competent attack half. Maybe it can begin out of this timeout.
Okay, the
NRG
call
have not
looks
played
like to
either
go
of
over
these
towards
first
A.
two maps in this series in stage 1. Information would be outdated for their opponents. Doesn't seem to bother MIBR. Happy enough to play their own game, as Verno suggested in the pre-game interview.
So you're going to have that standard early recon thrown by Brock to get that A long control. Ethan pushes up, gets the space.
This is nice though. We get A pressure into the C hit, so we're trying to like disguise the fact that we're C spamming, but
hoping that that will convince MIBR to stay with their eyes peeled towards A, and they can hit into C. All right, perfect drone from Brock. Ospas denied the angle, denied a shot.
That crash comes in, and
No way.
danger
He's
for
crazy.
Ospas. He doesn't have a shorty to work with, apparently. It's getting hot and heavy on the side, but
Beautiful from
Ethan
Ethan.
gets in there. And honestly, that was so standard, so straightforward. Our drone forced the line, get a dart connection, get him with a gate crash.
Yeah, perfect textbook. They keep it simple, execute well, but Artin wants to throw
my
it
god,
all
my
the way
IGL's
for
here.
them.
It doesn't seem to matter. Ethan has to come alive in this
My
position.
IGL is
Oh,
here,
slaps
man. Look at him
down.
go.
This IGL, take matters into his
He's
own
so
hands.
good,
And after
dude.
that, what do you have left
Crazy.
as NRG?
And even when they
Um,
do it all right,
yeah.
it somehow all goes wrong. Artzin, one of the litany of players on MIBR that at any given moment can step up individually, runs in, finds the two-piece. Finesse can't find the trade, then Ethan is isolated on an island back platform. Oh, this is really disastrous.
Does this not just speak to the woes that NRG are suffering? Fundamentally sound. The game plan is there. When it comes to the execution, the raw shooting, the mechanics, the skill expression, they pull up heavily second best in that round.
Let's fucking go, guys.
Bear in
Most
mind,
excited Cheddar moment.
NRG started this up 4-0. They
His
killed
English
on the
is getting
pistol
better, though.
and the bonus. Since then, only getting 2 rounds to MIBR's 11, who are in more than firm control of the game at this point. Ethan, dimensional drift into A, gets the information.
Yeah, well, that's
knows
a
that it's
freebie, though.
Just Verno forcing them back, but hey, the rotates, they are here real quick.
Committing to this, apparently.
My goodness.
Gate crash out, back to Sewer now. MIBR pull off the side entirely, and it's a bait and switch. NRG
Whoa.
headed over to C, and Som is the pioneer.
Yeah, that's a good from the shadows pop. Going to get all of that space for the team as they try to move with some haste through garage, meet up with their Omen Som, who has just been the star of this team in stage 1. Maybe this is where he can come to life as the Armageddon is coming through. A retake flooding in.
Tom has to move. He's having a sidestep there out of that. Mara is going to be back to back
Look
with
at
him.
this chaos,
For one,
bro.
there's 3 players for MIBR grouped up inside the smoke, and Brock is able to take down the emergent
Absolute
runners.
chaos. We still haven't had a plant, by the way.
Even now, numbers-wise, but MIBR are no further onto the site than they started. The silver lining, there's no plant yet.
Verno's still just waiting to use those salvos. There's no plant because Brock doesn't want to commit just yet. Going to Zia, he's too sharp. He is the Brazilian headshot machine.
What is he supposed to do here?
And this is where Brock thrives. He is known to be a clutch demon.
2 kills for the round already for Brock. He's caught a Zia low, 31 health. Verno has to finish the job.
Verno's just
And
waiting
I
for
think
the
there was a bit of
swing over
venom in that
towards
one.
here, and he thought they were going to double up.
Pleased as punch.
Just a wry little cheeky smile from Verno.
How do you like me now?
Brock thinking that he had already committed further right. Can't blame him for that, but it's the swing from Spawn catches him totally unaware. Verno's going to take his sweet
Oh, boy.
time with this defuse.
Oh, buddy, winning the clutch against, I guess, his closest...
21 to
His
7.
closest contemporary, right?
Oh yeah, the two star initiator players of Challengers America for so long.
NRG went straight to that well. They were like, get me number 1. When that didn't work, get me number 2. And then Verno decides to probably produce a number 2.
Okay, 6 chances.
It is such a classic,
Well,
atypical
we said they were going to
sports
C-spam,
media
and they
thing
have
to
kind of
ask them,
C-spammed.
"Are you gonna
This
go
one
extra
was
hard today
pretty cool in
because you're
terms of what they
playing
wanted to
against
do
your
as
team?"
well.
Like,
But
play Cortez?
And in this
But
case, I feel like it's
it
right,
is a
though. I'm not
3
gonna
for
lie,
3
this guy's
after plant
going
failure.
crazy.
Taunting Cortez here
And here
because
we
he's
go,
not
another
top
C-spam.
bragging.
Bro.
Nothing like a bit of friendly competition, I guess. I don't know how friendly it is between these two now, but hey. Might not see much more of this map anyway. It's NRG already clambering over the C site, but it's camera in that corner. MIBR can play off of that.
Rolling Thunder coming through.
Shot.
Oh, Off, what a shot. NRG, they want to fight them. But
No way.
come in. Cortez
How is
just
he
sends
alive?
up with the short, he got involved, and now he's
How
running
is
the
he alive
backside.
still?
3 left here for NRG, and MIBR still chomping at the bit to get their hands dirty. Mana falls, Senum's able to find him now, all from backside.
Oh
there.
my god, he
Not
stayed
even
alive
evidence.
to get the last
Could keep
kill.
it
I
alive.
can't.
22
Well, every
and
single round
7
on
for Verno.
defense.
Against the
Just
team
can't hold the
that did away with
after
him. Said he doesn't communicate enough for our liking.
Dude,
How
every
about
round on
this?
C though. At least
Fully
NRG,
Brazilian
sorry, at least
roster,
NRG
trust placed
understand
in
like
him
what their
to
comp
fit
is
in,
meant to do.
to
but,
assimilate. I'll tell you what,
that
he's leading
comp
the
just
charge
can't
now.
win games. I really strongly
NRG
believe it.
picking
Just
into
can't
Haven,
win.
going away from Lotus. The slow start
It's just not
narrative
a
for
good
this
comp.
team. Well, it continues.
I flamed
After round
Vitality
5,
for
they
it.
had
I
gotten
gotta
blown out. They
flame
started
NRG
up
for it.
4-0. They win the
Doesn't-
first
it's just not
pistol.
good.
They win their bonus round. Then round
Can't
5,
do anything.
Verno, 1 versus 4 clutch.